Let's make happy hardcore. Let's first set the tempo to 170 BPM, and start with some kicks from my sample pack. Some claps. Some open hi-hats. Some closed hi-hats. And a crash. If you want to get these drums, they're from my sample pack, the House Maniac. It has more than 200 high-quality samples including kicks, claps, bass shots, bass loops, synths and more. Plus there are also 10 MIDI chord progressions. The pack is affordable and delivers the best sounds to make your songs great. If you can get the pack, I'll highly appreciate it and will be a huge support. The link's in the description. Let's loop this for another 28 bars. And guys, I feel like the kick is lacking some highs, so I'll layer a top kick to this. I'll take off the transient of the main kick to balance out the sound. And at the second part of the drop, let's add some rides. Now let's make a simple off-beat bass pattern with a distorted bass sound. Guys, since we're making a happy song, it's good to work on a major scale. I'll layer another sound to this. Let's side chain this bass to the kick. Make the bass mono. And add some EQ to take off some highs. And the lows below around 60 Hz, because we'll be layering a separate sub-bass for that. I'll side chain this and add some EQ. Let's now add some atmospheric pads. I'll layer another sound to this, and pan them like this to make the sound fuller. I'll side chain them, and add some EQ to clear out the sound. Now we need a huge saw lead. This doesn't sound wider and harsh enough yet, so let's layer a couple of more sounds to this. I'll balance out the volume, and send them all to a mixer channel and add some glue compression. And side chaining. Some EQ. Some reverb. Some multiband saturation. A lot of distortion. Some stereo widening. Then I'll layer some soft plucks to this. And some piano chords. I'll side chain this, add some EQ to take off the lows. And some reverb. To make the track crispier, we can use a Reese bass like this. Make it mono. And take off the lows. Then some ARPs. I'll add some auto panning to the ARPs. Use some EQ to take off the lows and get rid of the harsh frequencies. And some reverb. Guys, I want to filter out all the elements just before the second half of the drop hits. So I'll create a separate channel for filtering, and send all the tracks playing at that moment to that. As you can see, the tracks are now disconnected from the side chain channel, so I'll simply send the filter channel to the side chain channel to fix that. At the second half of the drop, let's add some vocals. Since the drop is now done, let's move on to the intro and the build-up. I'll add the pads and the vocal, and layer a piano. I'll EQ this. Add some reverb. Some delay. And some stereo widening to bring forth the sound. And let's automate the volume of the pads to slowly introduce them. I'll use some risers and impacts to transition into the second half of the intro. And add a plucky melody. I'll layer a piano and a guitar to this. And let's make a simple deep Reese bass. Moving on to the build-up, I'll add the drop lead, and record and reverse the first note like this to hype up the track. I'll filter out the lead like this. Add some exhausts. Some subdrops. And add some build-up drums. Then let's add some risers. and I'll add these plucks before the drop hits. Now I'll duplicate the entire track like this, and change some elements to make the second half of the song differ. Guys, after playing the song, I felt like we need to change the reverb because as of now the reverb also gets buried in the side chain. To fix that I'll make a separate channel for reverb. And simply send the lead to the reverb channel and add reverb without the dry signal. So guys, our track is now done. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's see our final result.